Testing microphone 1, 2. Good evening, everybody. How's it going? Biff back with you again today. Welcome to the channel. Going to be playing some more FM tonight, FM 24, as we try to move closer to getting Torquay promoted, even though I might get fired at the end of the season, because my GM, I think he's the GM of the team, he's been going out and signing these younger players to professional contracts. And he's been going over budget on the payroll budget, because I thought, well, if I let him do it, then the board would kind of be on board with it. But the board is not happy with it. So we will see what happens when that rolls around. First thing I want to do is go out and check is there any deal? I think I've pretty much seen all of the deals that are available right now on Is There Any Deal for games that I'm following. Some stuff I might like to try out. Got some coffee and water here. BeamNG.drive is $20 now. I had that on my list. I don't know if that game would be for me, though, because it's pretty much on designing your own car or cars and then racing them. And I don't know much about cars, suspensions, and I'm too old to learn all that stuff about cars. All I know is that if your car is broken, you take it to a mechanic and they fix it. And then I get down towards the bottom of the list here, and it's just all games that have not yet been released. So I see some stuff in there. Locomotion, Chris Sawyer's Locomotion is $1.19 right now. And what is it on Steam? I think that is on Steam, but let's see what the reviews say. Yeah, Chris Sawyer's Locomotion. Explore a vast and detailed world and build a transportation empire. So my understanding of this is that it is basically Chris Sawyer is the one who developed Transport Tycoon. And I already have OpenTTD. It's a free game to download on Steam. It's basically a transportation game. Pretty much the default pretty much the king of transport games. 14,500 overwhelmingly positive reviews. It's a tycoon game, but like I said, it's free on Steam. So you just download it and play it. And it's constantly updated. I think now it's like open source. So I think people can freely play it. Uh, I mean, update it and stuff. Now there might be a community that has to authorize the patches and stuff to it. Let's see, Community Hub. It's probably got a lot of mods. Nope, they must be off, not on Steam. So I think actually I'm going to take Locomotion off my waitlist on. Is there any deal? Because like I said, I already have open Transport Tycoon Deluxe, which is kind of like the standard in the transportation tycoon genre. Now, as far as I'm concerned, though, if you're looking for a game like Railroad Tycoon 2, Railroad Tycoon 3, this, in my opinion, the spiritual successor to those games is Railway Empire. And Railway Empire 2 is out right now. I think it's on sale on Steam. But it is quite like the Railroad Tycoon games. There there is like there is a market where you can buy shares in other players, railroads, AI players, railroads. You can buy shares in their railroads. You can buy shares in like commodities, I think, industries and stuff like that. You can buy out companies and stuff. It is um, it is a mission-driven game. So basically, you have a mission, and within that mission, you have quests or things that you need to get done. Tasks, I think they're called tasks, or you need to get done to progress yourself in the game. Um, but yeah, it's a very good game. I've got 1 and 2, Railway Empire 1, Railway Empire 2, and they're both excellent games. Um, so I think Railway Empire 2 just came out with a new DLC also. But for me, that would be the spiritual successor to the Railway Tycoon games. So OpenTTD is Transportation Tycoon, or Transport Tycoon, Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe. That's more of a transportation. So in that one's more like Transport Fever 1 and 2, where you go through the early stages of transport, starting like with trains, when trains first became available about the mid 1820s, so 1820, 1825. Then it progresses up through later stages of the game where you have trucks. You start basically the way you deliver stuff from a train station to like a drop off point in a city, like where you would deliver food or something, is you use horse drawn carts, and then you go into trucks, and then you go into tractor trailers, and then airplanes and boats, ships to traverse water. And so that is more of a transportation game than just a train game like Railway Empire. But Railway Empire is good. Train Transport Fever is good. They're both excellent, actually. They're both excellent games. I own both of them. So, but OpenTTD, the spiritual successor to that, if there is one, would be more um, Transport Fever, and then the spiritual successor to the Railroad Tycoon games would be Railway Empire, in my opinion. In fact, I listened to the Single Malt Strategy podcast, and I need to go to the YouTube site for that because they talk about, and I haven't read the comments, but they talk a lot about as a tycoon game. They're not talking about the best tycoon game, but uh, they talk about um, Railroad Tycoon, Railroad Tycoon 2, Railroad Tycoon 3. Um, and I'm like, what about Railway Empire? That's pretty much if you extrapolate it out 20 years since Railroad Tycoon, you get Railway Empire, and it's very, very similar games, very, very similar mechanics. Um, but yeah, I'm sorry, I'm kind of tripping over my words right now. But so looking on, is there any deal? Don't really see anything there. So let's bounce over to Steam if I can find it. There it is. And then this is what I was talking about with that. This is OpenTTD, business simulation game. Yes, and it is more of a business simulation game where you earn money transporting passengers and cargo via road, rail, water, air. It's an open source remake and expansion of the 1995 Chris Sawyer video game Transport Tycoon Deluxe. Um, so yeah, you earn money by transporting passengers and goods. So it is a business simulation, just like Transport Fever is a business simulation because you transport. Um, Now in Transport Fever, you can transport passengers. Yeah, you transport passengers on trains in that game, and you can before trains you can set up a transport network inside of a city. You can set up once uh, like gas engines come along. You can set up bus routes in a city. So yeah, it's that is also about earning money by transporting passengers and cargo via road, rail, water, and air. Um, I was going to look up Road Tycoon. So I have these two, and then this one is wow, what a deal! $3.23 for all three of these games. You can see they're all in my library. They're all slightly different. Sid Meier Railroads is 2007 that came out. Uh, Railroad Tycoon 2 came out in 2007, and I I think Railroad Tycoon 2 came out 2007. I think it originally came out earlier than that. So if we look at Sid Meier Railroads, it says 2006. Of course, Railroad Tycoon 2 came out after Railroad Tycoon 1. And I think I own 2 on disc also. I own it on Steam, but I also own it on disc. Yeah, this one came out in 98. That's what I thought. I played the first one, so that came out in probably the mid 90s. And then 3 came out in 2003. So it would have been uh, Railroad Tycoon 2, then Railroad Tycoon 3, and then Railroads. That'd be the chronological order. So we're on the front page. Let's see what's on the front page. Lots of games. Let's see. Nothing in here, nothing there. Great circle. Nothing there that interests me. I know my daughter would love to see me play this game online. Maybe I'll buy it just so I can do some streams for her. Um, like I said, you can cook everything ahead of time. You can cook everything ahead of time and just line up all your burgers like you're ready to go with all your burgers, and then you can assemble them. You can assemble plain ones ahead of time, plain with mustard, plain with ketchup, plain with mustard and ketchup, et cetera, et cetera. You can just do it all. It's more fun though as a multiplayer game. I've seen it streamed, and it is like working in a restaurant because they have stations. You can hire employees. Now I don't know if your employees will actually take orders, but you can employ employees to like bus tables and stuff like that. There's a drive-through eventually. So basically, you build up. Um, it's a tier progression game. Where you build up to eventually open up the drive-through. You start off just doing burgers, just plain burgers, and then you get cheese, then you get mustard, then you get ketchup, then you get lettuce, and and it just builds up like that. And eventually, you get fries, you get sodas, you get shakes, you get ice cream, you get a drive-through. Um, So although it can be a single player game, um, yeah, it looks like the employees that you can hire are just bots basically that will bust the tables. So you do have to throw trash out now. There is a trash bins in the kitchen, like these things here, where you can throw out boxes. Um, I don't know if they're cleaning the bathroom because in the demo that I played, you don't have to clean the bathroom. Now again, you'd have to look at the update history to see. But it's fun. It's a fun game. But like I said, I played the demo and I got to like, I don't know, the fourth or the fifth day, and it just got to be too much. You get like, the orders progress too. You might get like first day you're open, you get 10 orders. Second day you might get 18, then 20, then 23, then 20, and it just builds up. And yeah, you can see you're open from like 9 o'clock in the morning till 9 o'clock at night, maybe 10 in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. But like I said, before you even open the restaurant, you can basically cook 100, 150, 200, whatever, how many number of burgers you think you're going to need, and just leave them on trays around your restaurant. There's no, it's at least when I was playing, there was no like timer that tells you, you have to use it by a certain time. But it was fun. The demo was fun, definitely. It would have been fun with multiplayer. So let's see what's in my Runebound Bastion. Each crystal can be upgraded to attack faster and deal more damage, helping you hold back stronger waves of enemies. GTR Garage Town Racing. No Retreat, the Russian Front. This game is a strategic game on the Eastern Front of World War II. It is a digital port from the famous and eponym game board No Retreat, designed by Carl Paradise. Well, let's see. Go out to Board Game Geek, maybe. No Retreat. The Russian Front, 2011. It has a 7.7 review on Board Game Geek. The board game does. It's a new, so No Retreat, The Russian Front is a new deluxe edition. I'm reading about the board game now. Of the two-player Victory Point Games 2008 C.S. Charles S. Roberts Award nominee war game that retells the story of the titanic struggle between the invading armies Nazi Germany versus Communist Russia during World War II. At a player-friendly and manageable level of scope and difficulty, this edition combines both the original game and its two expansions, Na Berlin and No Surrender, using deluxe components of Twilight Struggle Deluxe Edition quality. So let's go back to Steam. Let's go back over here. It's got 10 mostly positive reviews, 70%. Let's see what the reviewers say. Let's see. Most helpful. So this says that it's a GMT game. It is published by GMT Games. So if you guys have watched my channel, and then recently, and then over on YouTube, I've the tabletop version of this game has been around for a few years. It's universally acclaimed as elegant simplicity, which nevertheless gives the players plenty of historical accuracy and most importantly is fun. This digital version plays well and takes care of the not so enjoyable bookkeeping. It's clearly an early access game and that it's a bit rough in places. Please proofread the rulebook, and the UI could use some polish. Be that as it may, I'm loving the game. I should tell them to send me a copy of the game, and I will proofread the rulebook and advise them of any typos or anything, because I find typos all the time when I'm reading stuff. In fact, I actually so we got ads starting. Hey, what's on, Fab? What's going on, Veggie? I actually let's go back. I actually in Isaac Asimov's Foundation, it's like a seminal science fiction story series, Foundation series. I actually found kind of what was a typo mistake in the book. And it was pretty big to the point where I couldn't understand why Asimov didn't see it. The publisher didn't see it like 70, 80 years ago when the book was published. I think it was in the 50s. I think it was Second Foundation. It was in the 50s. So like, I don't know. When I first read it, I saw the mistake. But then about maybe 15, 20 years ago, I actually contacted the publisher when email, became a thing, and you could just go and find the publisher and you could contact them directly through email. So I actually contacted the publisher and I told them about it and they changed it. And so now I have my first original edition. It's not a first edition, but I have my original copy in paperback. And then I have the updated copy. And yeah, I don't know why no one ever sent them any information about that. I wish I still had the email, But the gal, it was a gal who I contacted, and she sent me back an email, I don't know, maybe a week later or so, and she said, "Thank you. Thank you for letting us know." She said, "The next edition that comes out, we will make the change." So I was like, cool. I edited something for Isaac Asimov. That's just cool to me. Anyway, let's see. I believe Cyril Jarno is the. Yeah, we got ads going on in about a minute. So now I'm going to delete this. I'm going to start up another one for an hour. Actually, I need to start it up for 57 minutes. And then I'm going to get up, walk around here in about 30 seconds. I'm going to get up and walk around a little bit. Yeah, so I just thought that was really cool. I was actually able to be an editor for Isaac Asimov. So I think I'm just gonna, I'll add it to my wish list. I'll keep an eye on it. They said there's some bugs in it right now. I do enjoy turn-based strategy, and you can't get more strategy than the Russian front. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. Alrighty then, I'm back. Thanks for the break. I was going to do something over here in OBS though. If I can do this. Probably not going to be able to do this. Because I want to go here. Okay. So that way when I run this again, where's the guy whose stream this is? I don't see anybody here. Yeah, so I'll follow this. It's supposed to be a elegant, simple game. So let's see what's in the next. What's Heian City Story? No. Call of Boba. A struggling boba tea shop. To the Top. Precision co-op platformer. The only obstacle is falling. Neon Striker. Fallen Arena. Undefined Game Pack. A full collection of Flash games produced by Undefined. Standalone and wrapped in a fancy front end. Enjoy classic games from Flash gaming history, such as the Protector series or the Arcandian Legends series. Victoria 3 Expansion Pass. What is this? This is a pack of content that is released over a period of time. Steam will notify you when each item of content is released. And that's $35.97. You know, on a stream today, they were talking about, which game would you take with you if you were going to like be stranded on a desert island. And 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 they said you can take all the, you can take the DLC. You don't have internet, but you can take whatever game you want. You can take all the DLC, all the mods, all the patches, all that stuff with you. And I'm like, well, what about Paradox games? They release new DLC like twice a year. You're not going to be up to date on all the DLC because you have no internet. But yeah, Bird Game, Decade, explore an alternate past, discover how its ideas develop, distort, disappear, seed new movements, destroy others, subvert the rise and fall of empires, art, ideologies, and individualist narrative adventure game. Yeah, I don't think that's really up my alley. That's not really up my alley. So let's go to something that is up my alley. And that's going to be, let's see, I have one item to update. Oh, Ostriv has an update. Nice. And then today there was a patch for Eastside Hockey Manager. Eastside Hockey Manager is on Steam. East Side, it's one word, East Side Hockey Manager. It's a game that was done by Sports Interactive, I believe. They originally did it back in the like mid to late 2000, between 2005 2010, and then it was abandoned at some point. They just said they're not going to continue to develop it, but there's still players that play the game. They update the rosters every year. You can get just like in Football Manager, you can get let me go up, show you. It's only $4, man, $5. If you like hockey, this is a deal. I don't know how much I paid for it, maybe 10 or $15 when I saw it. Um, but yeah, it pretty much does the same thing that you do with Football Manager. You're managing an NHL, or gosh, how many different leagues are there? They have Russian leagues. They have um, in the U.S. they have the NHL, the AHL, the and then the leagues that are below the AHL. So basically, you have the leagues that are below the AHL feed the AHL. The AHL teams feed. They're like the farm teams for the NHL. But then you've got all the Canadian leagues. Now it's into. Is this the one that is into also um, college, or is that the ones that's in the college might be franchise hockey manager. But I played this for a while. It's a really good game for $5. If you like sports management games, like uh, like Football Manager, franchise hockey manager, um, out of the park baseball, um, East, just going off the top of my head. Um, yeah, Sports Interactive. But you can see it came out in 2015. But this is the release date, I believe, of the game in its current iteration, when basically the community took it over. Sports Interactive stopped supporting it, and they're just like, well, we're going to support it because we want to play it. So every year they release um, new rosters. I guess as much information as they can get about um, teams and their rosters and stuff, they release new rosters and everything. Now, this might include stuff from the NHL draft, because the NHL draft just occurred this weekend. Yeah, it's a really good game. I really like it. Oh, I'm a dope. Sorry. East Side Hockey Manager. It's on sale right now, 75% off uh, on Steam. And I'll give you all the information about the game here. Still got a good community that supports it. Um, and it is, like I said, it is kind of in the same vein as it doesn't have a 3D engine though. It's got a 2D engine like Football Manager used to have, but it's very what's the word I want to use? It's very functional. It's very functional. You can see passing plays opening up and stuff. You can do replays and all that stuff. You can go real deep into setting up your players. You can set specific line to be like a grind line, a line to be a checking line, a line to be a scoring line. Um, yeah, it's pretty good. I played it for Well, I actually played it on stream, but I played it on stream before I started uploading stuff to YouTube. So I don't think there's any of these games that I played on YouTube, but I played probably through about half of a season with the Colorado Avalanche, and it was fun. You scout players, you draft players. Um, yeah, it's pretty in depth. But again, probably now the standard is probably going to be Franchise Hockey Manager, which is developed by it's developed by Out of the Park Developments, which also does Out of the Park Baseball. They do Franchise Hockey Manager, so that's probably kind of the standard now. I believe you can also download images. They do image packs just like Football Manager does. One flaw in it though is something that you have to basically look away. Like if there's a power play, you want to close this window, you can close this window that shows the stats. Because if there's a power play, it will show you down here whether or not they score on the power play before the power play is over. Once it starts, it kind of adjusts it adjusts the AI has already decided whether the team that's on the power play is going to score or if there's a shorthanded goal, and it will just update the stuff down here before the power play even uh, after the power play starts. Yeah, so you can set the mentality of your screen, the aggressiveness, back checking, all that stuff. Tell them how you can pick how they're going to break out of the zone, what they're going to do between the blue lines, the neutral zone offense, offensive zone. So it's pretty in depth. And then I'm not sure NAL entry draft. Yeah, you can do trades between teams. I liked it. And for $5, like I said, for $5, if you're a fan of these kinds of games, then it's pretty much a no-brainer. Because if we went into the community hub and went into the workshop, um, since the Stanley Cup has ended, there's people that are working on going to be working on the rosters for next year, and those will be updated at some time. So yeah, it's good. I like it. You can only play so much though, right? You can only play so much, and then you're like, well, I've got a new achievement. We You trained a player to be a natural in a new position. Well, I didn't. My coaching staff did because I don't do the training, but I think I need to get more involved in that. I can see now how there's things that I would do um, just from watching some other players play it, things that I would do. Um, like Lelujo, he says, of course, he's on his stream on YouTube. He says, we always train our wingers to play on both sides. And then a little bit later, he was talking about a left or a right back. He said, we always train our wing backs to play on both sides. So that's something that I would do. I would get more involved in that stuff. I got a little nut snack and cashews. Okay, we're gonna go back to load up last night. Hopefully we don't have any glitches like we did last night with playing a game. Uh, Having the taskbar glitch while we're playing the game. I did want to go in. I made a note today. All right. Change the pause delay when using the tactics screen in game. I'm going to go to preferences. And I know there's an adjustment you can do for this. There's something in here that will let you, because I guess when you go in the tactics screen, if you just click on it in game, it automatically pauses the game. Now, I usually pause the game and then I go into tactics. But it will pause the game, but there's a limited choose the period of time before the game will automatically continue. Increase duration of processing breaks. Check to extend the duration of each processing break in order to have fewer processing breaks overall. Oh, I thought that was like when you were in the game. Live camera. So maybe that's just something I missed. I misread it or something. Probably. Probably. Misunderstood. Okay, next game is against Braintree. Then a few days after that, we've got a game against Farnborough. So Braintree is 14th. Farnborough is 12th. Aveley is 7th. Dartford is 16th. Weymouth is 15th. So the one game I have to probably be most concerned about is the Aveley game. We're playing the 14th, the 12th, the 16th, and the 15th. And then we're playing Chesterfield in the quarterfinals. In Chesterfield, they're in the Vanarama National League. They're first. So we did just beat Gateshead, who at the time I think was up around 8th. Yeah, I think they lost. They lost to us in the whatever that last round of the. Yeah, they lost us 3-1. FA Trophy 5th round. So we're in the quarterfinal. But the next game we have is going to be against Braintree. And then so that's a week. So then after that we have 3 days, then 4 days, then 3 days, then let's look at the calendar or let's look at the training schedule. Yeah, so we have 3 days, 4 days, 3 days, 4 days. But then after that, we have a week. So, like I said, the game I need to be concerned about is Avely because they're seventh. I think right now we're fifth. They have 17 goal differential. They've won 18 games, drawn 5, lost 10, run 59 points. So they're only 3 behind me. Should be highly motivated to beat me. I did want to check the results. Oh, where can I do that? Let me check over here. The FA Trophy 5th round. They are in the Vanarama National League. Aldershot's in the Vanarama National League. Southend, Vanarama National League. York, Oldham, Bromley, Chesterfield. So we are the last team from the north or south. All these other teams are from the Vanarama National League, which is the league above us. Again, Saturday. What's my team look like? So we're going to go size all columns. So Harvey Walker's on heavy match load. Lapsley's on heavy. AJ Weston's on heavy. So let's see if that clears up though. I can start a I can probably start I don't know why I'm training this twice. Defensive 4-3-3 custom wing play. I'm not sure. Well, I know that Walker is leaving on the 19th. It's his last day. So I think that means he's only got yeah, he's leaving here. So I do need to try to find another right back. He's a right back. He's a left back. You can put in an offer for him again. Okay. Well, let's see what they say. So he's going to be leaving, so that will actually free up 2 more spots. When he leaves on, was it Friday? No, when he leaves on, yeah, Friday, Monday, next Monday. That will free up 2 more spots for well, it'll free up a spot. You can have up to 6 long-term loans. We have 5, including Walker. When he leaves, it'll be down to 4. So that means we can get 2 more players in. So the depth right here is 4-3. So probably I'm gonna need he's really good. Oh, we have information on him. I wonder why we have information on this guy. He would basically come in and he'd be my starting fullback. I'd want to play wing back. So right now over there we have Krask is 2.5. He is a breakthrough prospect. Shamrock is a squad player. Ollie Tomlinson's a future prospect. He's got to develop a lot more. He doesn't play there though. He wants to play in the middle. He doesn't like playing on the right. Even though it says he's accomplished there. So maybe Ollie Tomlinson will be the first one that I say. Development training. Let's train him to be a. So what's our setup? Okay, he's support because Collins is attacking. So we can go into Tomlinson and say training. You need to learn to become a supporting wingback on the right. Well, you're a natural there, but you're not a. Oh, we got to go back this way. You are a fullback. You're only 1 star as a wingback support. Yeah, see, it's because you don't have the acceleration, the agility. I always trained you to be a fullback. You already trained over there. Let's do this instead. Collins, we're going to train you on this side too. So on this side, you are attacking. Here we need you to be support. Your best position to support though. Weston, complete wingback support. You're both support, huh? So we wanted to try on the other side as an attacker. Or maybe just train like midfield also. But he said we do them on both sides. So we're going to do left, wing back left. Um, Attack. Anyway, let's do some of that later. That's kind of like the next save. It's time to dig a little deeper into all this stuff because there's so much more you can do. So let's look at we're going to look at a right back, but I want to find somebody who can work and play in multiple positions. Cole Fleming, he can play on either side. Bainbridge, he can't play on the right. We already have um, let's see, Jai Samano, he can play in one position only. Sonny Davis, he can play in one position only. Let's see if you can suggest transfer targets who can play in both positions. All roles. I wish you could add both. You can click on both. And I guess they'll only suggest 3 players at a time. Guy's 18. Don't have any stats on him at all. This guy is 18, no stats. This guy is 19, no stats. Let's wait on that. Okay, I'm disappointed to have to report that Central defender Ollie Tomlinson is suffering from the flu. Send home. Out 2 to 3 weeks. Send him to the doctor. No, use a club doctor. That means he's at the grounds, right? Yeah, I guess it's the only option. If you treat him at the club, he's seeing a doctor at the club, or he's being treated at the club, I guess. Send him home. That means we got to bring somebody up from the under 18s. Play that position. Defender right. I think George Savage actually has been playing pretty good. Because now I've only got Shambrook and Krask. Because the game is causing problems again. Oh, great. I just heard about this in a Lolugio stream, a series he did on YouTube like 6 months ago. He still has like 2 days left on his current loan contract. Yeah, his contract is up here a week. Nobody else gets sick. Yeah, Lolugio had it in his series, one of his from non-league to legend series. He had like illness going through his club. And what do you know? I've got the same thing going on my game, which I haven't had in like 100 previous hours of playing the game. I haven't had that yet. It's like the old Henny Youngman joke. Guy goes into his doctor. Doc, doc. It hurts when I do this. Doctor says, have you had it before? Guy says, yeah. Well, you got it again. So Walker is gone. So let's see who's up here. I'm gonna have to go back out and get a replacement for him. And that would be tagging midfielder left, Darren Mills. He can play here. Mills can play up here. Now, if I can get that other guy in on the free, then if I can get that other guy in on the free, then he can slot in. How do they go here? Unavailable. Lovett Martin he's back here. But I think I want to play a rotated squad. Collins. He's actually light. Let's see, who is the highest? Braintree. They're 14th, 12th. Avely. So Avely's in a week. So I could play these guys, and then I could rotate out to play Farnborough. So I think I'll do that. I'll play the squad. Then I'll rotate on the 12th. And then I'll bring the full squad back in against Avely. Put you up here. I want Dawson. Bring Reggie Evans in. Supposed to be playing him. He's supposed to be like a regular starter. I'm getting heat from Brad Ash. I don't want him in there. Where's my number 5? Where'd that go? These guys always want to play. It doesn't matter what their load is. They always want to play. If I don't play them, they'll be like, why didn't I get in the squad? Because I'm trying to rest you guys because we got an important game in a couple of games. No, I said I wasn't going to do this, right? I'm going to play these guys, and then I'm going to rest them in the next game, and then I'm going to play them against Braintree, rest them against Farnborough, and then play them against Avely again. So let's go back to that screen. Best 11. Where are you, Brett? You set up Krask. You set up what is Stobbs? We want you up here. We want Martin in there. Walker's got to come out for Stobbs. We want Austin Booth in there for Shambrook. Oh, come on. Where's the 4? Where's my 4? Oh, Harvey Walker. No. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This game, man. Okay. We want a striker up there. Put a striker, midfielder who can also play like here or here. Martin plays for Weston. Austin Booth can play for any of these. He can also play in midfield. See, if you look, I think if you look at these guys, it says that he is a fringe player. So he understands he's not going to be starting every game. But if you look like at Moxie, Moxie's like an important player. He expects to play every game. If you don't play him, they get mad. Or it brings their morale down. Increased payroll? Rejected. We're not willing to consider this due to the club's present financial situation. I have vastly improved your financial situation since July when you started out with about $60,000 in the bank. Now you've got like what, 8, 9 times that amount in the bank. 7 times. Almost 8 times. Scouting, Jack Stafford would be a good signing. He is what? What side does he play? Oh, he can play center and the left, but I need right. Somebody can play on the right. Fleming, Cardiff accept the offer from Torquay for Cole Fleming. Nice. Maybe we can see him before the game. Torquay injury risk update. Okay. Maybe we can see him before the game. Yeah, put him on the short list. Current player targets problems you set this season. Strengthen on the left. I'm working on it. Scouting finished. Cole Fleming. Okay. Come on in. Welcome to the club. Watson close to joining Torquay under 18s. No. Nope. Not a free transfer. I don't want you to do transfers. I want you to do loans. Look at Gary. You're the general manager of the club. You should be talking to the board about these things. You're increasing the payroll that we don't have. So we're over budget on payroll. And we're not going to have much more for next year. So right now the payroll, the club is they're upset with me because I'm struggling with working within the payroll budget, and it's required for me to do that. So don't come to me with any more offers like this because I am going to Just cancel it? Yeah, I canceled the deal. So don't come me with those offers. BBC Devon, Radio Devon, Theo Sykes is called with a question. I am declining it. Thank you. Thanks for coming by. Mill's taken ill, suffering from a cold. Out for 2 days. Send home. It's like those games. It's like games like Civ, where, it's like, oh, the population in your city has the plague. How do you want to deal with it? Like, what you want to do is you want to deal with it where not everybody in your city gets and dies from the plague. That's why I'd like to deal with it. He's a defensive midfielder. Plays on the right. Can we get him on a free? Well, how about if I make an offer? What's his current ability? 3.5. Yeah, I brought up George Savage. He's only a 1. Tomlinson's only a 1. Chambrook's only a 1.5. So yeah, let's see if we can get him on a to the end of the season. Okay, Braintree versus their last opponent, who was, doesn't tell me. Oh, Dover. I think Dover's at the bottom of the league. They are. At start in 2 minutes and 46 seconds. Oh, I was going to restart that because I need it to run. Yeah, start it. Okay. Stronger momentum against the lowest team in the division. Okay. Better XG. Okay. Well above average. 1.3 goals conceded per game. Leon Davis is performing well above average in key statistics for his creative role. Okay, so we need to mark him. Leon Davis. Barris Altentrop, attacking role. Okay, so we need to mark him. I compiled some stats for the one player whose loan contract will terminate within a week. He got 1 goal, average rating 7. He was happy. Can't offer a loan renewal. Lewis Collins injured. Tight groin. All these injuries since like the last game. Actually, I think Dylan De Silva. But Tomlinson, Walker got sick, Darren Mills got sick, and now Collins is injured. It's like this game, man, just hammers you with injuries. Well, let's see. Let's put Korchanis in there. Ad start in 40 seconds. I'm going to keep playing. Right now, there's nobody in the channel, so I'm just going to keep playing. Hey, Pop. Ad start in about 20 seconds. I'm just going to keep playing through the ads because I play so slow anyways. You're not going to miss anything. So Lewis Collins just got injured again. He's got a tight groin. And we have a game tomorrow. No, we have a game in 2 days. He's going to be out for 1 to 3 days. Of course, you know. Bunch of positives here. Let's see. Stobbs is Barnett. To be where support. Hey, welcome back, everybody. I think the ads are over. Welcome back to the channel, or welcome into the channel. All right, so we just got this guy, Cole Fleming, on loan, a free loan, basically, because I have no money. And he can play on the right or the left side. So he's going to help us out because we really need help on the left side. Because right now we've got Harvey Walker's leaving. He was on loan only for a month, I think it was. So he's leaving on the 19th. We're on the 15th. Mills is up from the under 18s. You can see he's only 16 years old. De Silva's injured. He's got like 11 days to 4 weeks out still with an ankle. And Stobbs can play on both sides. So yeah, we're kind of light on that side. So Braintree, looks like they play a 4-4-2, and he is 5'11" with only 7 jumping. He is 6'1" with 12 jumping. So little man, big man, I think that's what they call it. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to funnel them inside. Trap them inside. We're going to counter press, play up the flanks, distribute to center back. Distribute quickly. And we're going to play more direct and higher tempo. Pass into space. I'm going to go through the midfield because that's where our strongest players are. And they have a great affinity in the midfield. So if you look here, these 3 players work really well together. And we'll start off with this and see how this goes. Working in the box. Or let's just go for early crosses. That's good. And we're going to start out positive. So we're going to have to set these guys for we're going to put him on his left foot, put him on his left foot. Let's go to opposition instructions. Aaron Blair, top goal scorer. Yeah, we're going to put both of them on their left foot. No other instructions. He's got the most assists, so he will always trigger a press. He is, I put him on his left foot. We can also tackle him and mark him. When they come in the box, mark them. Welcome back, Veggie. Oh, click over here. And we are what, Friday? Games tomorrow. Collins suffers training injury setback. He gets injured a lot, unfortunately. This time it's only a tight groin. But you can see I took over the club here, and he's been injured several times. We just signed him to a new contract that'll start in June for like $22,000 a week, something like that. I had made an offer for Weymouth's 16-year-old Peter Fraser. He could be a player to keep an eye on in the future. Well, that's great. I'm going to cancel it once it comes up. Selection advice. Yeah, but Austin Booth. Let me show you something, Aaron. Let me show you something, okay? Moxie, he can play in the center and on the left. Aaron Booth is going to be on the bench because he can play in the center. He can play on the right. I've got coverage on the left. He can play on the right. He can play in midfield. He's more versatile. So I don't want to start him out starting. Besides, he is a fringe player, so he doesn't mind not starting. You know, I've got to start you because you are an important player. And if I don't start you, you're going to whine about it. So let's see what our dynamics are. Very good, very good, very good. These two recently were up to excellent, both of them. They were up to excellent. There's an unhappy player at the club, and that's because of my promises. I promised him that I would strengthen the first team squad on the left wing. I am doing that. And AJ Weston is delighted that I'm playing him exclusively as a complete wingback, which I am doing. He wants to be a complete wingback, so that's what he gets. Alrighty then. So that's something I will keep an eye out on my next save, is I will keep an eye out on the players and what they are. He's a fringe player. He knows he's not going to start every game. Dan Martin is a fringe player. He knows he's not going to start every game. And so he doesn't complain about it. He wants to be a regular starter. He's on loan. But I want these guys to play together because you can see there's an affinity. That's what those green lines are. They have a great teamwork and team play together. So I get the manager of Plymouth calling me like once every 2 weeks saying, "Why aren't you playing him as a regular starter?" And I'm like, "Well, because I want these other guys to play." Torquay face Braintree. That's a rhyme. Torquay versus Braintree in Vanarama South Clash. Do we have a game in hand? We don't. I would think that since we are, the thing is why we don't have a game in hand is because they just keep playing us every 3-4 days. Even if we have a cup game, like we're in the final round, or we're in the fifth round. No, we're in the quarterfinal of the FA Trophy. Even though we're in the quarterfinal of the FA Trophy, they basically still play us every 3-4 days, except between the Weymouth game and Chesterfield game, we have a week, but then we play 3 days after that game at Taunton. So it's just brutal in this league here. Under 18s match clash. Do I want to suggest anybody playing in that game? I don't, because the game's not till tomorrow. Our game isn't till tomorrow. And so I'm probably going to get an injury and I'm going to have to call somebody up. Where is the under 18 squad? They play first tomorrow. So I'm not sure if I might need any of these guys. I think I have David Barnes on the bench, do I? For this game? Where's their their match fitness. Match load fatigue. Yeah, they're kind of fatigued. Aaron Scott, Barnes, Savage. Shambrook, Savage, Mills. He's injured. Barnes, Scott. So I don't have Shambrook on the. He's fresh. But again, you know, I've got another game in 3 days. And I need those guys fresh in case I need them. So we're not gonna send anybody down. Goalkeeper. I don't think I need another goalkeeper. Our third choice goalkeeper is going to be leaving at the end of the season. He's already signed a contract with another team, but he'll be here until June, so I don't think I need to. The loan of Sonny Davis to Torquay has been canceled. There is a limit of 6 long-term loans per season. Well, guess what? Walker's loan ends in 2 days. So we will revisit this. Sonny. Why can't I add him to... Why can't I add him to the short list? Let's just say add to short list, even though it's left wing back. He plays on the right. So I'll know where to look for him. Sonny, I'm gonna be contacting your club again about doing a short-term loan on Friday. No, on Monday. So Brothers expecting tough match against Torquay. Biff Gimbel's winning a lot of plaudits for what many perceive to be his overachievement with Torquay United this season, given their limited resources and finances. Do you agree that he is performing at an unexpectedly high level at the moment? Absolutely. Biff is showing that you don't need to spend a lot of money to take a team to the next level. They're doing very well indeed, given their constraints, and we'll need to be at our very best. No, I just put very best in there. We'll need to be at our best to beat them. Week in training, Lapsley always is the best in training. He's very professional. And Jack Stobbs, I don't want to say anything to him because he's playing. I don't want to get him mad at me. And he goes into the game with a bad attitude. Norwich wanted to negotiate Reagan Riley's possible loan move to Torquay. No, I said loan offer. I don't want to transfer. Oh, transfer fee, 0? Sure. No, because then I got to sign him to a salary. The board's going to say no. The board's going to say no. So I would take him. I would take him based on where he can play and that he's only 21 years old and he's like 3.5 stars right now. But I can't pay him any salary. This is our budget. This is our current spending, thanks to my board. And I have no transfer budget because none of the players want to leave because We just signed a new 1 year. We signed all of them to 1 year contracts at the beginning of June. I came in 1st of July, and none of them want to leave on loan or on transfer because um, they all say, I just signed a new contract. Why would I want to leave? Any agent fee, I'm gonna accept it because I'll just pay the guy. And if the board wants to fire me at the end of the season, fine. Transfer date. Maybe I'll get I even asked the board, I said, send me on a coaching course. They're like, no. I mean, they're doing this on a free transfer. Let's see if we can accept this. Sure. 0 months. Playing monthly fee, 0, 0. Accepted. Let's see what happens with this. Column does well in Torquay under 18's draw. We drew against Bath City under 18s. Where's Bath City? They're down in 4th. But we still have a 17-point lead on the second place Kidderminster. Torquay under is for Peter Frazier. Who's Peter Frazier? No, you won't handle you will not handle the contract negotiations with the player. Okay, but I will reject it because I have the final say on signing contracts. You can discuss with them. Discussions. I finalize player signings because you already got me into trouble with the board by signing a bunch of youngsters to professional contracts when we didn't have any payroll to do that. Okay, Moxie can play. Lewis is recovering from a tight groin, so I don't want to play him. We don't need to play him. Korchanis is pretty good. We got Reese Lovett and backup Fleming is our forward. Midfield, defense. Yeah, these are all the changes that he always tells me to make. My assistant coach says, you need to make 8 changes to this team because I say so. I'm like, nope, sorry. Emboldened. Satisfied. Let's do it. Let's see. Aaron Blair and Pavey. We do our chances the world of good by never triggering a press when the ball is played to Leon Davis. So let me check on Leon Davis. Did you make that? Yeah, trigger a press. You said we should never trigger a press, and you said you had instructed the players to make that change. Never triggering a press when the ball is played to Leon Davies. Okay, I'll check it after the game starts too. Appeared inspired. An inspiring speech. Okay, let's make sure that our tactics to deal with him Never trigger a press. Moxie gives the ball to Weston. Weston goes into midfield. Tosses it over to Lapsley. Lapsley throws up to Kurachanis. Krask gets the ball. Tries to get back to Kurachanis, but misplays his pass. Let's see. Payne searches. That was a nice tackle. Crystal's Kurachanis. Krask gets the ball back. Delivers it over to Lapsley. Lapsley. Evans wants to bring the ball up. Gives it to, and is taken by Sims, the Braintree goalkeeper. So he gets the ball back, gives it back to McGavin. Gavin back into Kurachanis again. Gives it into Jarvis, and Jarvis scores his league-leading 29th goal of the season. That was delightful. Make sure that he actually got credit for the goal. And Jarvis is a goal-scoring machine. I have an XG of 1. That's unusual. It did say 1. Jarvis almost had his second one. McGavin, get it. In one of the first games of the season, it might have been preseason game. McGavin had 2 free kick goals from 27 yards out, almost in the exact same spot, just a couple yards away from each other. And I don't think he scored a free kick goal since then. Got 9 shots on goal already. 3 on target. They got 1 on target. We're controlling possession. We've done double the high intensity sprints that they have. Sims kicks the ball out to about the halfway line. Right to Moxie. Moxie gives it back to Halstead. Moxie takes the ball, gives it up to Weston. Weston over to McGavin. Lapsley switches the play over to Kurachanis, up to Hall. Hall to McGavin. McGavin over to Weston. Weston coming in, and he scores. A.J. Weston. He is a complete wingback. Great movement right there. There's something in one of the statistics or something that says that my team, something about generating scoring chances or something like that, where they tend to generate scoring chances after having 60 to 70 seconds of possession. So the longer the possession, it makes sense. The longer the possession they have, the greater the chance of them creating a scoring chance. But they said specifically 60 to 70 seconds. And it is halftime. Our focus on attacking set pieces in preparation for the match has at least made some chances for us. Yeah, 2 chances. 4 on target. They only had 2 shots. We're pretty much dominating the game. Fouls. They're fouling us to try to slow down our pace of play. So we'll probably take Moxie off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 of our players their average position is in the Braintree half. and they have none of their players average position in our half. Struggled to perform. Reggie Evans. I saw him. He made a good pass, I think. We're at a 1.72. He made a good pass and that buildup, I think. But not playing terrible. So we're still in fifth. Aveley is beating Hampton. Havant. They're beating Hampton and whatever their name is. There's another team in here. Hampton and Richmond Borough, 2-1 at halftime. Worthing's beating Weymouth. Looks like Yeovil. Is Yeovil winning? They're beating Havant 2-0. Oh well. We just want to get in the playoffs. The board just wants us to get like a mid-table position, but we want to get in the playoffs. Because in the playoffs, you never know what's going to happen. I'm very pleased with the number of shots we've taken. I think we're going to take Moxie off. Put on Booth. How's everybody else doing? Hopefully he's going to look at this and go, yeah, it's because I got a yellow card. Next time, don't get a yellow card. Stobbs is complacent. That's a shame. Who could I put in for him? Fleming. Maybe I need to go back in the dressing room and say, yeah. What does complacent mean in the game terms? I mean, I can look up on Google and see what complacent means. I think and complacent just means, yeah, smug or uncritical satisfaction with oneself or one's achievements. Oh, so maybe he feels like he's not having a good game or something. I don't want to. He looks extremely delighted. So why would I say anything to him? I just saw that. I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to say anything to him. How do I get out of this? Yeah, he looked extremely delighted with my comment, so I'm not going to say anything to him. But he is complacent. Because he's playing a 6-7. That's probably why. He's playing okay. So we'll look at making some changes around the 60th minute or whatever. We scored 2 goals in positive, and they're just not generating any shots. They got 4 shots now. Let's see. Do we want to get I know what uninterested means. I know what that means. Yeah, let's put on Fleming. I just don't know why this stuff comes up like this. Who else might need to come off? Krask? No. Booth can come over here. Martin can't play over there. He's on the left side. Jenkins Davis can't play there. He could play wingback awkward there. What about Booth? Booth can play over there. So who could I bring in? Could I bring Hall back? Yeah, Hall could come back to. He's competent back there, and then I could bring Jenkins in to play the anchor. He's that playing okay, but he's tired. He's competent back there. Booth is competent there. And play a wingback support. How about wingback defend? All right, let's try that. Free kick. Did he catch that? Oh, he just knocked it out. Jenkins Davies. Okay, McGaffin going after the ball, digging it out, digging it out. Another corner. Okay, McGavin digging it out again. Weston creates another corner. Good spell here for Torquay. Good spell of possession. Throw in. Oh, that must have been the end of the end of it. Gotta shout my guys, encourage them. (19-7) or 19-6 on shots. They had 1 on target. We had 2.22 xG. Clear cut chances only 1. We had 56% possession. Corners, fouls. We dominated possession, I think, with our passing game. Headers 1, 43. Yeah, we pretty much dominated down here. And then this would be our heat map. And then also they said you want to check this to make sure that your team is keeping its shape. And we're playing a of 4-3-3. And so we're pretty much keeping the shape. This is McGavin. So McGavin does play a little higher because he's attacking. Their heat map, not a lot going on there. Well, let's see. Nice work, everyone. That was good. Look delighted. He didn't play. He didn't play. But everyone else looks delighted. I'm delighted that they're delighted. Okay, Torquay turned dominance into victory. But what else happened? Avely won. Bass City lost. That's good for us. Welling won. Worthing won. Yeovil won. So we basically stay in fifth. We're 12 points out of automatic relegation, automatic promotion. Did Tonbridge win? They lost. That's good for us. So we get 3 points closer to Tonbridge. We also still leading. We have a 7-goal differential on Yeovil. So that's good. I will handle the contract negotiations with this player. No, you won't. No, you won't. I will take over those contract negotiations. I can't trust you, Gary. You initiate player signings, you negotiate player signings, but I finalize the deals. So I may blow it somehow. Besides, I can't. Well, I can bring him in on a transfer, but I can't make any loans yet until he's gone. We should inform you we've had to cancel his transfer as he was unwilling to enter the contract negotiation with us. He believes Torquay's stature in the game just isn't big enough to match his own ambitions. Wait a second. It said down here. It said here that he was eager. It said here that he was eager to join the club. Where is it? Let's see if I can find it. Sources close to Riley have indicated that he would be extremely keen on the move and is believed to be encouraging his advisors to be willing to discuss terms if and when appropriate. Riley would be excited to prove himself on loan at Torquay since they have a playing style that matches Norwich's. Where's Norwich? Norwich is probably what, in League One? Oh, they're in the Championship. Oh, well. What are you going to do? Fleming makes his professional debut. It was a proud moment for Cole Fleming as the young left winger made his career debut as a 70th minute substitute in Torquay's 2-0 Vanarama National League South victory over Braintree. Watched by his family, it is sure to be a moment that Fleming will never forget. Fleming is currently on loan at Torquay from Cardiff. There was another Cardiff player that I was interested in. I think a few of them. Korachani's stellar as Torquay score easy victory. A display of attacking football saw Christos Korchanis pick up the Player of the Match award during Torquay's 2-0 Vanarama National League South victory over Braintree this afternoon. Korachani's silky running and passing ability was a constant problem for Braintree. Are we like doing ads or something? I think we might be in ads. Yeah. I don't know if we're in ads or not. I can't tell this thing. Anyways, looks like ads don't start for another 19 minutes. Something like that. And I can't tell from this thing either, so I don't know. His silky running passing ability was a constant problem for the Braintree as he tormented their defense time and time again. He made 14 first-team appearances for Torquay so far this season, scoring 3 goals. Ahead of us in the table. Yep. Player of the week, Tommy Willard. No goals. 4 dribbles? Oh, he had 3 assists. Okay. Good for you, Tommy. Good on you, mate. When's our next game? So I got to rest my players. The loan ends there. I think I'm going to rest everybody. Martin did not play. No. Why does it do that? Just trying to click off of him. And Lovett didn't play. So you two will be training, okay? While these other ones will be given a day of rest. Team cohesion, excellent. Very good. Down recently? It's gone up recently. I think it goes up after a game. After we win, they're like, we got the best coach in the league. After we lose, it goes down. I'm not so sure if we have the best coach in the league. Bainbridge loan canceled. The loan of Oliver Bainbridge to Torquay has been canceled. There is a limit of 6 long-term loans per season. Okay. How many long-term loans do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unless maybe I sent somebody down to the under 18s who's on loan also. Oh, Spike Stegel and Joel Shambrook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, once. Oh, wait, he already left, didn't he? He's not on the list, is he? That's interesting because, and you can't cancel these loans either. Okay, his loan ends on Monday. But where is he over here? Walker. I don't know why he's not in the list. I don't know why he's not in the list. Well, I'll tell you what, Oliver. I'm going to put you in my list of left wing back attack indefinitely. Since that's the only list I can find. I don't know where the other ones are. I thought there was a default list. Farnborough. We should probably get ready for that game, huh? Farnborough is where in the league? Um, yeah, we made an offer for Wiley. Farnborough's 13th. Braintree's 14th. So I'm going to have to probably play a pretty let's see. Let's do this. Jarvis is a star player, so he's playing. Unless he's injured, he's playing. Stobbs is a regular starter, so he's playing. Korichanis is a breakthrough prospect. I'm not sure what kind of time they need. He is a fringe player. He's a star player. Asa Hall is a regular starter. Weston is a squad player. Moxie's an important player, so he's always starting. Reggie Evans is an important player. Finley Trask is a breakthrough prospect. And Halstead is a first choice goalkeeper. So McGavin's a fringe player. These other guys I'm not sure about. Krichanis is a breakthrough prospect, but I'm not sure what that means. So I think that means so then Lewis Collins is a star player, I think. So when he's fit to play, then he needs to be in the side. So let me pick again my best 11. Collins is still injured. He's returning to full fitness imminently. So we'll check that again. He is a squad player. So let's see what squad player is. Expects to provide competition for places and earn plenty of playing time over the course of a season. Yeah. Stobbs is a regular starter. So Stobbs would play over there. But then where is take the under 18s out of here. Where is I'm gonna change this. Back to this. Harvey Walker. De Silva is a breakthrough prospect. Okay. Because I usually play him on the left ahead of Stobbs. They're both 2.5. See, pace, agility, balance. I think De Silva is a little bit faster. He's got a little bit more natural fitness, I think, than Stobbs does. A little bit more. I don't remember if maybe Stobbs was injured when I first took over the team in July and De Silva was playing over there. I don't know. But yeah, Jenkins Davis, he's a regular starter. That's what we agreed to him as. That doesn't make any sense. That's what we agreed to him as. That's what we agreed to when the club took him on loan before I even got here. And so what's up, guys? So that's what we agreed to before I even got here. But McGavin is better in that position because there's an affinity between all three of them. Oh, I got to set this up again. Be anchor defense. Um, I just got to do this every single time. I'm trying to get these guys into their affinity. And the game doesn't want to help me with that. Restore from tactical style. Stobbs got to come in for De Silva. Because De Silva's still injured. 6 days to 3 weeks. It's always different. But then, okay, so yeah, when De Silva's in, they have their affinity. They've built that up over the course of the season. So how are all these guys doing? He's going to be gone tomorrow. Reggie Evans can only play in the middle. Cole Fleming can play. Barnes can only play. Barnes can only play striker. I got one position he plays. So let's see him get advanced playmaker support. How about winger support? Do we attack on that side? We do. So we attack on that side. So we're going to go right wing attack. Wing. I think I said some other players training. I don't know if I said it right for him or not. I'll have to check it later. Torquay versus Braintree. We scored none of our 6 shots attempted from outside the penalty area. So why are we taking shots outside the penalty area? I'm not telling him to shoot on sight or anything. They did not complete many passes in the match. 281. We completed a decent number of passes. 359. We created better opportunities. Farnborough scouting. The goalkeepers in the team are generally strong communicators. The goalkeepers in the team have good reflexes. There's some concern about the aerial reach among the goalkeepers. The goalkeepers don't command their area particularly well. Okay, what do you say? You say what? 8 positive, 1 negative. Of the 170 of the 358 occasions on which we allowed opposition in the attacking third of the pitch have come from central positions. So that's like what? 33%, 30%? 17 to 35, no, it's about half, right? Yeah, that's because I'm trying to funnel players into the center because they're tall. Okay, let's look at Farnborough senior squad. They play a 4-4-2. He is 6 foot and he's got a jumping reach of 9. It's probably going to be short guy or tall guy, short guy. He's 6 foot and he's got a jumping reach of 5. So these guys don't have any jumping reach, so we're going to funnel them outside. Small outside, big inside. Okay, so let's go to tactics. Let's go back here to overview. Trap outside. That's what I mean, trap. Trap them outside. Then let's go back to the email and look at, okay, we have ads in progress. Welcome back, everybody. See, training. Attacking patient. We did any attacking this week? No, how about this week? Attacking patient, attacking direct. Let's go. Let's leave it like that. Team selection advice. I would suggest you swap out everybody. And that would be a good suggestion because we want everybody to be up for the Avely game. They're in 6th place right behind us right now. So we really want to win this game. So we want our guys to be rested, well rested. We'll try that. Collins is what? He's light. He wants to play every game, so you can play. Fleming, you are a squad player, and you are medium. Moxie, you're going to be playing because you are a regular player. Lapsley, you're a star player. You want to play every game. Asa Hall, you're a regular starter, so you expect to start most matches. Let's see. Hanson, you're a fringe player. Marshall, I think you're a fringe player also. But you're light, so let's bring you in. Let's go back here to available, because 3 of my guys are unavailable. Jarvis is a star player, so he wants to play every match. So let's do it. Let's do it this way. Okay, let's do it this way. Okay, Jarvis, you're playing because you're a star player. Collins, you're playing because you're a star player. Fleming, you're playing. Who could come in for you? Stobbs. Stobbs is a regular starter, so he's going to play over you, but you can go on the bench. David Barnes is a breakthrough prospect. Okay. Lapsley's coming up here. Jenkins, you are a regular starter. Gosh. And then Asa Hall is a regular starter also. So I think you, Stubbs, you are light. Collins is light. Jarvis is medium. McGavin's medium. Lapsley's medium. Okay, all you guys are okay to start. But do I want to play Martin? You're a fringe player. Weston is a squad player. So Weston, you are medium. So let's put Martin in for you. You can be on the bench. I don't know why it does this. Why does it do this? I always want Austin Booth on my bench. That was Harvey Walker's place. So McGavin, you are a fringe player, but we're going to start you because I want to. Lapsley. Asa, should we put you? We're going to have Cole Fleming, Austin Booth down here. Who's my other guy in midfield? Not Harvey Walker. Asa Hall. Yeah. He's a regular starter. So we want Asa Hall up here also. Austin Booth can play on the right if we need him on the right. Evans is what? He's an important player. Okay, you can play. What about Finley Trask? Breakthrough prospect. What about Shambrook? He's a squad player, so we're going to play Finley Trask. He's medium. Like to see this. So Lovett, and then Halstead. He's a first choice goalkeeper, okay. So Lovett, Fleming, Asa Hall, and then 2 defenders. Okay. Torquay face Farnborough and Vanarama South clash. Opposition report. Jaden Davis is performing well above average in key stats for this role, which is what? Creates a high number of open play expected assists. So did we mark him already? What's his name? Jordan Williams? Jordan somebody? Jaden Davis. I did not see a Jaden Davis in here. Okay. I don't know who you're talking about. Okay. You play on the right, but you're injured. 8 days and 2 weeks. So, when did you compile this report? Peter, when did you compile this report to tell me that Jaden Davis is performing well above average in key statistics for this role? He's out injured. Kanye Jobson is performing well above average for this defensive role. Headers 1. He's not good at winning headers. Okay. I wish I wish once one of these things came up, you could just click off of it and kind of keep going around the circle or whatever instead of having to close it again and then open it again. What role does Z Obiero play? Goals? No. Assists? Zek Obiero. Okay. So let's go find Zek Obiero again. Let's see if maybe Zek is injured. So I will try to make sure that he goes on to his weaker foot. Doesn't show that he's injured, but I don't see him in my list of players to select for opposition instructions. I mean, because it's just kind of like all over the place. Bradbury, Harvey Bradbury. He is weak on his left foot, so we're going to show him over to his left foot. Harvey looks a little chunky, doesn't he? What's his strength? 13. He's 6'3" and he's got a jumping reach of 14. Okay, so maybe, so it sounds like it is kind of a small guy, tall guy. But I don't see any of these other players that he's mentioning in his I don't see any of the other players that he's mentioning in his report. Okay, let's see. Tom, you had a really good week in training. He is professional. So what I've been doing with him is just shaking his hand. Let's just do this. Great. That's why I don't do these things. He's negative going into this game that we need. I mean, look where his morale is. Now his morale's like, it was at like 12:30. Now it's at 1 o'clock. AJ Weston praised his recent form. He's positive. His form, keep it up. Okay, get out of here. I don't want to say anything else to you. I don't want to look at you sideways, because if I look at you sideways, you might get mad. Like, come on. Hello, mate. How are you? How's the save going? Oh, it's going okay. It's a challenge because I got no money. I got no money. I got no transfer budget. Uh, my I turned over some of the contracting and stuff to my general manager. I was at one point $25 over budget on the payroll, and the board were okay with that. And then I turned over some of the payroll stuff to my general manager, and um, he started signing under 18s to professional contracts because they were ready to sign to professional contracts. And he got it up to now we're like $1,000, $1,500 over payroll. My scouting budget is about to run out, and we still have what, 2 months left in the season, a month left in the season. So that's going to run out before long. And I can't make any adjustments. I don't, I can't make any adjustments. So what I've been reduced to is getting loans, free loans, basically. Free loan, free loan, free loan, free loan. Harvey Walker's getting ready to leave, though, because that's all I can do. I don't have any money to sign players. So yeah, my general manager just started signing players, but as far as the team goes, we started off. We were in administration. That's why I don't have any money, because we were in administration last year. So I don't know if the FA puts a cap on teams like that, or if the team puts its own cap on spending. But basically, we started the season in 24th place with a 10-point deduction. Everybody else started on 0 points. We started on negative 10 points. And right now we're in 5th on 65 points. So we've actually generated 75 points this season, because we had to pull 10 points out of the hole. So, and we have the highest goal differential in the league. So right now, if we had those 10 points back, we'd be in 2nd place. We would be 2 points behind Yeovil, and we would be seven goals ahead of them on differential. So we'd be directly challenging for the automatic promotion. But we had the deduction. I've been struggling with keeping players healthy, and with the board not wanting to give me any money. Oh, the other thing that the team did is that in June, they signed everybody to a brand new 1-year contract. So I've been trying to get players out, either on loan or on transfer. Just get rid of them. I don't want you anymore. Just leave. One of those is Kevin Dawson, because he's making $1,100 per week. He's my 5th choice central midfielder, and he's just surplus to requirements. He's basically reached his potential. He's 33 years old. He's reached his potential, and he's using up $1,100 in payroll every week, because the club signed everybody to a 1-year contract back in June. I took over in early July, and nobody wants to loan him because they want me to pay all of his salary, which doesn't help. I need to get rid of his salary. And nobody wants to pick him up on a transfer, because he's not really worth even close to the asking price. So, yeah, it's just a mess. It's no wonder that this board got into trouble financially, because they don't know what they're doing. Oh, and the other thing, since we're in 1st place, since we got to the 3rd round of the FA Cup, where we lost to Blackburn, who's like 100 places above us in the English football pyramid. We lost that game 3-0. Very respectable performance. We did get about $170,000, though, in gate receipts from that. I guess we split with Blackburn. And then we've been getting money for the gate receipts for FA Trophy and prize money. We got some prize money for FA Cup. But you can see here, the club started out in July with $60,000 in the bank. And right now, the club has $493. That's before this profit for this month is deducted. So, yeah, the club is flush with money from where I took them at the beginning of the year, and the board doesn't want to share any of the money. I wouldn't be surprised if at the end of the year there's a takeover. The board just says, we're done. We don't know how to manage this club. And oh, I was just explaining how the save was. What's up, first goal? Um, it's rough. It's rough because, like I said, in a nutshell, we started out this year with $60,000 in the bank, no transfer budget, so I can't sign any new players. The board basically signed everybody to a new 1 year contract, so nobody wants to leave. No teams want them. Even on loan, they want me to pay the full salary, which is what I need to do. I need to dump their salary so I can get other players in. So basically, what I've been doing is I've been going on free loans. These guys are all in on free loans, basically. There's some good players too. I'd like to be able to sign them next year. I mean, let's see. Let's see. Collins, he's a star player. He's staying. McGavin's staying. Stobbs might be leaving. But definitely a lot of players down here leaving. Marshall, he's 2.5 stars. Barely competent. Dawson, he's leaving at the end of the year. I'm not going to renew his contract. Brad Ash, he's on $750 a week. He walks around with a chip on his shoulder all the time. He's gone. He's 27 years old, and he's only 2 stars. He's reached his full potential. So yeah, I mean, the club signed everybody to new 1 year contracts, and it's like, no. What I should do is I should do another Torquay run, but I should start in early June when I could have the Romanian team have Romania in the save, and then we could start at their start date, and I could go in like the first week of June, and I could sign the players to new contracts who I want to sign, and then just let the other ones go. Yeah, it's a mess. But we are in 5th, and we're challenging for automatic promotion. And we are still in the we're still in the FA Trophy. We're in the quarterfinal of the FA Trophy, and the grand prize for that is $75,000. So this is the quarterfinal. I guess we'd have semifinal and then the final. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. I'm having fun. Yeah, so Lapsley is always good. He always trains well. He's generally in good form. And so my assistant coach said, you should praise him for his recent form. So I praised him for his recent form, and he got mad at me. He's like, I don't think my recent form's been that good. I said, well, keep up the good work. And then he got frustrated or angry with me. I'm like, game. See, that's the difference between having an assistant coach who is good and having the assistant coach that I have. Thanks for following First Goal. Appreciate it. Thanks so much for following. I want to try to get this next game in, and then it's going to be bedtime. So we got that game tomorrow. The Walker loan ends, and then I got some business to do to try to get another loan in here. We have let's go back over here. We have Aaron Jarvis. He's got 29 goals this year. He's the best player in the division in the league, with an average 7.58 rating. He's been player of the match 9 times. Mark Halstead, our goalkeeper, has 14 shutouts. We are best in form right now. We have gone 11 games without a loss. We've got second best average attendance in the league. We've gone a game without allowing a goal. But you can see Halstead's got 14 saves. Let's see. Yes, we're on a pretty good run. I started counting from back here and then up to here. And yeah, so we're doing pretty good. Team's doing good. I mean, if you look at the team, team's happy. Excellent team cohesion, very good club atmosphere, very good leadership support. There's always one unhappy player at the club. Usually it's a loan because some of these loan agreements, we've made promises to players. And this guy, AJ Weston, I was not playing him as a complete wingback. And so his manager or, his agent called me. And so I finally fixed that after like 2 or 3 conversations. And I'm like, oh, he wants me just to play him when he plays as a complete wingback. And I was playing him as like a wingback, just a regular wingback. And then Lewis Collins, I signed him to a new deal. And he is, the only thing is, he's injured. So this one I took over the team, he's injured like all the time. So Savage eligible for professional contract. Well, guess what? If I didn't take control of that, my GM would sign him to a professional contract and put me even more in the hole. If you look here at they're upset. The board is upset with me because I gave that over to my GM and he started signing a bunch of players. So let's see. Frazier close to joining Torquay under 18s. Nope, we're going to deny that. Deal to join the club. Offered contract 130 per week. Gary, we don't have the money. As he smiles at me, I'm going to use up all of your payroll. Cancel. Thanks. Loan offers made for Torquay's Gilroy. He's a goalkeeper. Now watch what'll happen though. I would accept the loan offer, and then he'd get one of my other goalkeepers will get injured. I think he's only a 1-star though. 1.5. So we send him out. Wimborne. So what is this loan contract? The loaning club. They want to pay all of his salary, right? That's what that means. To be paid by the loaning club. They're the loaning club. But where does that leave my under 18s? Solomon Barua, and Philip. Here's another loan that the club did, not me. Guy's no good. He's 1 star. So his coach keeps saying, why aren't you playing him? Why aren't you playing him? I'm like, he's no good. Well, you're supposed to develop him. Like, well, I sent him down to the under 18s. That's developing him. So that's the first loan offer. That's the first loan offer that I've gotten for any of my players. Did you accept this? No, I want him to stay here. We're doing really well. He's my under 18s goalkeeper, and we're doing really well in the under 18s league. So he's going to stay here. Scouting finish would be a quality signing. I'm sure he would. He's a midfielder. Got a lot of midfielders. A lot of midfielders. Scouting update. 2 stars. I got strikers. Barnes is 2 stars. So I'd be playing Barnes ahead of him. Yeah, all this stuff, but I got no money. Got no money. This guy keeps coming back about this. Well, terminate the agreement. Oh, you can't terminate the agreement, right? Okay. Why is Spike Stegall not featuring as a squad player whilst on loan? We made an agreement. Blah, blah, blah. Welling and Worthy provide top billing. Playing Farnborough, right? What's my... Playing Positive. I haven't decided yet if I need to trap outside or trap inside. Because we got one big guy and one... I think I'm going to trap inside. I'll have to wait and see how it looks when... Torquay player named Vanarama National League South Team of the Week. McGavin. Nice. View the award. Got an 8 in the last game. Player targets and promises update. Lewis Collins. Feels that more could be done to strengthen the squad in the left wing. Yeah, I agree. Why don't you talk to management about it? Why don't you talk to the board about it? What? Oh, great. Tuesday, March 5th. So 3 days. So look at this. This is what they did. Look how this game does this. There was the build up to the FA Trophy quarterfinal. I had a week. Between March 2nd and March 9th to rest my players and get them ready for this crucial game. We could win $75,000 and if we won the FA Trophy. So what does the game do? The game postpones today's match and sticks it in between these 2 matches. So then we have 3 days and 4 days. And then we have 3 days and 4 days. So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 matches in March. It's unbelievable. Game. No, they should just forfeit the game. They should just have to forfeit the game. Well, guess what? I was ready to play that game today, and guess what? I'm not playing the game today, so this game is over. Ridiculous, man. Game's like, we're just gonna make it that much harder on you. Well, right now I'm in within 3 points of third place. I was psyched for the game too. I was like, let's get this game done, get it over with. Okay, I'm gonna save. I like to save twice, just to make sure the game did it right. Okay, well, that's going to do it for me, guys. I can send you on a raid if you want. Let's see. Brood. I am Watoza. Pop Salsa, Veggie, and Zeman. Thanks for coming in, everybody. I'm sorry. It's 12:30. It's 12:30 in the morning here, and it's my bedtime. Um, I've been streaming for, how long is it? 3 hours. How many games did I get into? I'm not the fastest player in the world. Yeah, we beat Gateshead, I think. And then we beat Braintree. I'm not sure if the Gateshead game was tonight. Anyways, might have only gotten one game in. But yeah, I can send you guys off on a stream if you want. I wish I could stay because I got a lot of people in my chat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Salsa? 5, 6. I like salsa. I wish I could stay because I got 3 of you in my chat, and that would boost up some of my numbers with Twitch, but I gotta go to bed. So appreciate y'all coming in though. I'm gonna look for somebody to raid. Oh, Kazanier. Kazanier's cool streamer. He plays strategy games, a lot of strategy games. Right now he's playing a game called Captain of Industry. Very cool game. They just introduced trains to this game. It's a very cool game. One of the best strategy games on the market right now, in my opinion. So I'm going to send you over to Kaz. And see, I'm going to... So when we head over there, give Kaz a follow. You won't be disappointed. He's usually got some... It's not really my type of music, but it's kind of harder rock music and stuff. So, but he's a nice guy, very personable. Does have a little language sometime in his stream, and I hope it does. There's not a lot when we go over there, but he's a nice guy. So I'll send you guys over there. Yeah, it's very Captain of Industry is a very cool game. Big trucks, big trains, big bass. Okay, so I'm going to send you guys over now. Wherever you are in the wide world, whether it's morning, afternoon, evening, or night, put yourself in a position to be blessed and be blessed. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. And I'm going to send you over to Kaz. And we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.